Hello everyone, we're out here at Springwood Park in Burlington, North Carolina. I'm going to be doing the Springwood Open, SPC Open layout. There's going to be some changes, temporary pads to different baskets, and I'll talk about those as we go through here. But I'm starting on hole 10 for the tournament, and this is going to be different from the regular hole 10 in that we're going to be teeing off right here next to this tree on the right and going to 10's basket. So normally you'd be going to 9's basket. You know, this is hole 9. Basically, we're throwing over 9's fairway because hole 9 is now hole 17's basket, I believe. But so essentially it's going to be a straight shot, a little bit of a hyzer at the end, and hopefully we can hit this. I'm not sure how far it is. Let me range it real quick. See what we got here. See that big tree next to the basket, it's about 270. I'm just out of the car, so this should be fun. So put my hand warmer. It's about 34 degrees right now, so it's a little rough out here. Gonna do my best to keep the hands warm. I'm gonna throw the Rogue, DGA Rogue to start, and they said this is about where the pad should be, is right around this tree here. So oh, that was looking good. That was looking good, and I caught that little phantom branch. Oh well. Let's see here. So started off, hit an early tree. You might need to go a little bit wider with it. Is a little bit of a gap there. I mean, it's a tiny gap now that I'm getting closer. There's a lot of phantom branches. So it's going to either need to go really high with it or just hit a laser beam. There's not much gap here with how far these branches overhang from that angle. I mean, there's a gap. I just hit it bad. Yeah, there's more of a gap than it looked like from where I was. Okay, that's fine. I just need to be a little bit more to the right with it off the tee or higher, either one. But let's see here. So not a bad shot. Let's take the A3 for the approach here. I'm gonna try to go around the right side and just maybe see if I can get a little flare up to the basket. Oh, get it! Oh. Landed on the pole and skipped. Threw a little bit too far. That was not a good shot. I mean, it finished fine, but I threw it a little bit too hard. Like I say, I'm just out of the car, so I'm still getting my bearings out here. Oh, and the sun's coming out. Nice. First time the sun has shown itself all morning. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning, and all day it's been nothing but just cloudy, overcast. I was waiting for it to start snowing at one point, and it never did. All right, let's see here. And I have been, of course, again working on different putts. Let's see if it's working out here today. Trying to get my hands warm a little bit with the hand warmer. I'm trying to do more of a straddle push putt, and I'm putting with sonars today. Okay. There we go. Start with a par. That felt good. That putt felt good. All right, so now let me check the layout. Hole 11 is the regular white pad. All right. So we'll take you up to hole 11 here. This is a pretty nice park. It's huge. Lots of soccer fields. The soccer fields are definitely where the money went. Out here, there's some nice baseball fields too, but the soccer fields have real grass, artificial turf. I mean, it's got everything out here. There's, oh, that's probably 12 fields out here, would be my guess. Somewhere around there, 9 to 12. Let's see here. So this is where we're moving up to the back side of the course for the most part. Once you come around that corner, you're kind of in a different section of the course. All right. Hole 11, it's a par 4. And you kind of got to go down and around that corner on the right. You want to get around it. I throw to just get into the middle because I don't have that kind of power. I want to try to throw it right at those trees and then have it crash back in bounds. So I'm going to throw a Hurricane, a DGA Hurricane. I'm just going to try to get it into the middle. There we go. Yep, just crash down in the middle. That's all I wanted. So this course, if you ever come out here, just in general, I would not recommend coming out here on a weekend during the spring or the fall, maybe even the summer, just depends on how hot it is, and play this backside. If you're gonna play this course during that time on the weekends, during those seasons, you probably want to play the front 9 twice, or the 1 through 9, then 18. Kind of do a 20-hole loop, double it up, play different pads or something, because this back area over here is, you can't play. There's so many people. There's at least 1,000 people out here every weekend during those seasons playing baseball, soccer, everything else. Out here enjoying the park. I mean, there's just people in the fairways. You're not gonna have a good time during those times. If you come out during a weekday, play this course anytime you want. You won't have any problems, but so I got it pretty much exactly where I wanted. I got a straight line to the basket. I just got to miss that tree in the middle. I'm gonna throw. I just got a Chariot. I wanted to try infinite discs a little bit, so I just picked up a Chariot at Yeet Street, and I want to see how it works. It's eye blend, so see how this throws. Oh, get down, get down, get down. Okay, nice. All right, that's good. This is a par 4, so that's gonna be an easy par. That Chariot threw pretty nice, pretty flat, stable. Not overstable, not understable. It was just straight. Did a little finish at the end. About what you'd expect. Very MD3-like. Very MD3-like. Let's see if we can make a long putt for birdie. So it looks like they did do some trimming out here, which is good because this basket used to be absolutely covered in branches. I mean, if you didn't come in from the exact right angle on the far right side, it was just overhang, complete overhang. So they did a lot of work out here to clean this up a bit. Still a little bit low, you know, from where I am. We still got this branch right here that's a little bit low, but that's what you got to deal with, right? We just got to deal with it. So I need to keep this low. With a push putt, that's not good. I'm trying to keep it low, but Oh, I thought for a second it might fight through. Oh well, that should be an easy par. Starting off 2 pars. There we go. So one of the things I did recently with this putt, I was watching Scott Stokely video. He was talking about the push putt and how to get it flat. And this was kind of my problem, what I've been doing for the longest time. I don't have any towels. Was I was setting on my push putt, I was setting the putt flat out of the hand, and that was not correct. He was saying that you want to start it vertical because whenever you release it, it's going to be flat already. So if you're setting it flat at the start, you're going to be releasing it nose down every time. So let's see here, hole 12, white pad. All right, so this is going to be short pad. Hey, good morning. Alrighty. So this says it's 294 on the signage. I'm gonna throw, I think, the Rogue again. Let's see what we can do here. Checking my hand, my fingers warm. They're starting to freeze a bit. Go, go. All right, stay in the middle. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, it's tough. It's not an easy shot. With the overhang here over the road, you gotta have either a big forehand, or you've got to be able to throw a laser beam of a 300-foot shot. Where did my disc go? Alright, I hit that branch. So that means I should be right up here. Oh, geez, I'm right on the edge. I didn't realize I rolled down, but that is awesome. Let's see here. I think this is just going to be a little PX3. Let's just toss it up to the basket, hopefully. Get up there. Nice. Now stop. Very nice. Very nice. All right. This is a good hill. If you hit it at the right angle, you can get a nice roll towards the basket. But the bad thing is you might roll all the way across the street if you hit it with too much speed and it gets moving too fast. Should be another easy par here. Go. All right. Move on to hole 13. I'm not sure if 13 is supposed to be long or short, but we will see. The nice thing about this course is it does have the walking track going around most of it. Also, if you do have a cart, very easily to maneuver, push around. Yeah, my fingers are starting to feel it on my right hand because I don't have a glove for it. I just have the hand warmer, but it's in my pocket. And I'm having to carry the camera and push the cart. Hole 12. This is 12B. So this is blue pad. All right. 12B blue pad. OB is to the right. Anything right of the walking path is OB. Alrighty. I think this is not a long hole. It's 245 feet, but you got to hit this gap. And I feel like it's got to be low because that overhang just outside, once you get out the opening, it's very low. So I feel like I need to throw like an F1. I'll throw a Prodigy F1. Hopefully it's going to be low enough. Get under that branch at the end, or at the opening, and then flare towards the basket is the hope. All right. There it goes. Little left, but it's fine. Wasn't a lot of skip because of the wet grass, but it'll work. It should be an easy par. But I was able to hit the gap, and I was able to keep it low enough and left enough to avoid this low overhang right here once you come out of this opening. That's one thing I like about that F1 is it's nice and stable. It's a nice flat disc as well, so it's got a good grip to it. And I probably got about this is probably what, 80 feet, something like that for the birdie. This distance will definitely be a spin putt. There we go, easy par. Easy par. Oh man. Thinking back to hole 12 there. Got razzed by the puppy right as I was in my run up. I was about to release it. That dog let out a good old bark. You know, I feel just like Paul Macbeth back in, what was that, 2020? Whenever that was, when that dog got him. It's exactly the same thing. Easy par, easy par. All right. Now we'll move on to hole 13. My nemesis hole out here. I've never played this hole well. I don't know why. It shouldn't be this hard of a hole, but for me it is. I just can't seem to find the right disc for it, or the right throw. I've tried forehands, backhands, sky annies. I've tried the skip shots, everything. Nothing seems to work. I mean, as you can see here at the park, I mean, you've got so many fields out here. There's 3 tiers of fields. 3 tiers, and there's probably 1, 2, 3 or 4 wide per tier. Like, if you're into football, soccer, this is definitely the place to come if you're looking to practice. And the field on the right here, you can see how green that grass is. It's turf. All right, let me make sure this is playing from the shorts before I move any further. 13 is the shorts, all right. And the white pads. This course has 2 pads, white and blue. White's the short, blue is the long. I don't know many people that come out here and play all blues. I do think most people come out here and play a mix. That's a pretty good, quote unquote all-star layout out here. It has a great mix. So this is about 260 feet from the white pad. You can see how low this corridor is. And then you got this steep hill here on the left. I try to throw forehands up there and I always throw it way too high. Nose up, everything. I think I'm just gonna throw, you know what? I'm gonna throw DGA pipeline. Let's see if the pipeline, I'm gonna try to throw it straight at it. See, it's just, it's way too low of an overhang. I mean, you have to throw like a big ante, but I just can't do that. And that's me, that's not the course, that's me. I cannot throw Anheuser backhands. I'll throw one here and just show you what happens when I try to throw them. Apparently I throw them perfectly when I try it. No, that wasn't good. It fell out way too early. That was an F3. And you can see it looked okay. It's definitely a better shot than the tee shot was, but it fell out of it kind of early, short. But I mean, look how low this overhang is. If you're trying to go straight at it, it's about impossible. And now I'm going to have this even lower overhang here. In here. I mean, I could try to throw something really low and skip it, but this grass is not very skippable. There's not much else. Maybe some kind of weird forehand. I'm gonna try the PX3 on a low backhand. See if I can get it to skip up there. That's about all I had. There was not much there because of that overhang. But we can see if we can maybe save the par here. Putting downhill. You can see where the F3 went, that Anheuser shot. That would have been a much better approach, at least. Let's see here, if we get this F3. It does feel like it's starting to warm up a little bit. Either that or my hands have gone so numb that I can't feel it anymore. One of the two. Alrighty. Let's see if we can save this par. So get it vertical out of the hand, get my aim, because then bring it down and up. As it comes out, it'll be flat from what Scott was saying, where if you put it down yourself, when it comes out, it's pointed straight down. So, ooh, that was dead center. It was just a little short. Alrighty, so I'm taking my first bogey. Be one over. That's 10, 11, 12, 12B. 13. One over through 5. Alrighty. Let's see if hole 14 is going to be from the blues or the reds. Or, sorry, whites. 14 white, good. This one I have a history of being able to get it there from the whites from time to time. The blues, I'm not making it there, but the whites I can do it. It happens sometimes, not all the time. But yeah, here's the top side view of the park. I think they recently redid this grass up here. There was keep off the grass signs not too long ago that I remember, but it looks like those are gone now. Alrighty, so hole 14 is just a straight shot. You can't really throw much of a hyzer shot here because of the trees on the right, but you can throw it directly at the basket. So, let me look at the OB. I want to make sure I know what the OB is. 14, left of the track. Wow. So, this is incredibly tight fairway. You have to be to the right side of the track that we're throwing off of. So we tee off of the OB area. All right. I just gotta hope this finishes right. Take the pipeline again. Get down quick. Crap. I think I'm OB. God, that's such a hard OB. I want to try something. I want to take a PA5. Let's see what happens with the PA5. Turned it over too much, but that's OB because for some reason I've never seen that. Hopefully the camera caught that. I landed on the path on a left to right movement. It landed flat, and instead of flaring right over into the grass on the right, somehow, I guess the rotation of the disc and the angle it hit, it just stopped it in its tracks and like kind of backed it up and stayed on the path. It hit on the path and stayed on the path. That is crazy. And yes, I'm OB somehow. I mean, that's such a small gap to hit. That's a tough shot. I almost feel like I have to throw a forehand and just deal with it being, over here somewhere, and just make sure that I stay right. Like, for a player like me anyway, that this distance is something where I'm having to, struggle to hit a small area. I can hit the air, I can hit a big area at this distance. I just can't hit a small area. Often, I should say. I'm pretty sure I came right over this culvert here. So I will take my drop right here. So this is for par. Get it. Oh, hit the top of the cage. So yeah, I kind of feel like maybe I just need to throw a forehand, just a big hyzer forehand, and make sure I'm in bounds, just to make sure I can save par. That's really the only opportunity I'm going to have, because I thought I threw that perfect. I mean, it was flipping right, it was coming in perfectly, and it just bad skip OB because of how close it is here and how narrow that right side is. You can't really, like I said, you can't throw a hyzer because you're going to be all in those trees. So it's a tough hole. I mean, it's a fair hole. I mean, if you can throw all the shots, it's a fair hole if you can do any backhand or forehand. Temp pad. Where's the temp pad here? Let's see here. I need to pull up the pictures. no pictures of the tent pad for this hole on Disc Golf Scene. It just says tent pad, normal basket. I have no idea. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play the white pad to the normal basket. And we'll deal with it. I don't remember what we played last time. We played the SPC Open. I can't remember where the pad was. If there was a tent pad, it might have been, unless maybe it was down by the tree, right on the corner. I'm not sure. But, because it doesn't, let me see if it has the distance. No, it doesn't have the distance on it to give me an idea. All right, so that's fine. I'm gonna throw the Rogue again. I like the Rogue because I feel like it's nice and it's stable enough, and I'm not worried about it flipping over. But it's not so stable it's gonna crash hard left. There we go. That's one of my best throws in this hole ever. I'm liking that Rogue quite a bit. When I first got it, I wasn't sure about it. Like the first couple of throws I had with it, I was like, I don't know about this. But I think I just needed some throws just to get used to how it felt in the hand. It is a little bit more domey than I usually throw. I like flatter discs, but you know, that's just me. I know there's a lot of people out there that like really domey discs. I'm not one of them. Let's see, did I make it out of the rocks? Or am I in the rocks? I think I'm in the rocks, so I'll take it back behind the rocks. I'm not about to stand on this stuff and throw out of it. I'm not breaking my ankles or knees or anything out here for this. All right, we'll try the DJ Blast on the forehand here. First forehand of the day. This should go swell. Try to throw it at the green bend up there, let it crash back. Ooh, that's stable. And that is out of bounds. Good job, dummy. I said I was gonna throw it at the green bends, and then I threw it about 100 feet right of those bends because I didn't trust it. I didn't trust myself to throw the forehand on a hyzer. I thought for sure I would throw it on flat or anhyzer and crank it over into the OB left, but you know what? I'd rather be OB right, because if you go OB left here from that position, you're pretty much going to be throwing from way back here for your fourth shot, for your par. Oh, I stayed in bounds. I caught the fence. They put a fence up here. That is awesome. I thought I skipped into their backyard. Alrighty, we have stayed in bounds. So, hopefully this has me on camera. For the bird. Get it. Back to even par. No, I'm not, because I had another bogey on 14. I'm back to 1 over. Alrighty. I forgot about the bogey, OB bogey. Not bad. That is a good birdie to get. And that's a birdie with an asterisk because I'm sure I wasn't throwing from the correct position. But I birdied the regular hole. And I think that's all that matters, right? Alrighty, hole 16. Let's see what pad for 16. White pad. Anything left of the asphalt is OB. So you have to stay off the path. In a normal round, OB is the road, not the path. So if you're coming out here playing just by yourself, not part of the tournament, that you get a little bit more wiggle room. But I think I'm going to throw the PA5. The good old rabbit stamp PA5. Very low ceiling. I want to try to throw it right at the fire hydrant and let it fade, or let it turn back to the right for me. Here it comes. Here it comes. Get under the basket. Little short, but that was it. A little more height on it and that would have had it. A little more height. That was a perfect shot though for what I wanted. Like, in my head, what I told myself I needed to throw. It was perfect. Nothing wrong with it at all. It really is a gorgeous day out here. You know, it started off really cold before the sun came out. But it has definitely warmed up. I'm very happy with that. All right, let's see if we can get back to even par here. This is close enough, about what, 12 feet? Something like that. Stick with the root. All right. But you see, it's nice and flat. It's wobbly a little, but it's flat. When it comes out, it's not nose down, spiking into the ground, which is what was happening before I watched Scott's video. Was I was 100% spiking straight into the ground with those straddle pods. All right, hole 17, regular blue pad, and then there's a 17B, which is a new hole, temporary hole that they're going to be using out here. This is a fun tournament. If you've never played it, you know, we never know what weather we're going to get. It could be freezing, it could be raining, could be both, could be snow, could be super windy, could be warm. We never know because of the time of year. And in this part of North Carolina, you know, it doesn't matter what time of year it is, you never know what you're going to get. So it's one of those tournaments where you sign up for it and you just go play it. You know, it's like everyone has to play in the same condition. Okay. Let's see if the dog pees on the pole. This is one of the things about being in a park area as well, is that most people don't understand, you know, what a disc golf course is, which is fine. You know, I mean, nothing against them. It's just they don't know, and they'll just come and they'll just hang out in the fairway, have a picnic. I've seen that before. People having picnics right in the middle of the hole one on the fairway, just sitting right next to the basket. Let's see here. Alrighty. Just wait. Oh, thank you. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna try an M5 and see what happens here. Wow, that's still in the big underhang here. All right, coming at you, coming. I hope that didn't hit him. I hope that was a tree. I hope that was a tree it hit. Okay. Okay. I saw it turning over. I said, please don't hit him. All right, thank you. All righty, can we get the one under here? So close. So close. Let's try the spin putt and see what happens. Nope. That's why I changed to the push putt. That's why I'm switching up and trying to teach myself the push putt, because I miss I'm here versus I miss I'm back here, almost out of bounds. You know, I'm a foot and a half from being out of bounds from a spin putt miss. Push putt miss, I'm tap in. I'm reach out, tap in. Okay, so still even par. All right. Now we're gonna move on to 17B. Gotta remember where this pad is. Temp pad to 9's basket. And where is the temp pad? I think this one has a picture. Yeah. Okay, looks like it's straight across from 10's basket on this side of the path. So yeah, it should be just past the gate. You know, hopefully this being one of the long form videos where I'm just coming out and just filming the whole round, and I'm just going to upload it pretty much as is. There's going to be very few cuts. But like I was saying, that gentleman was very nice about everything, but sometimes you run into people out here that, you know, they don't understand. They don't know that they're on a disc golf course, and, you know, they kind of fight you about it. So luckily he was very nice. I have run into people before that didn't get it and were not very nice about it. .340, 340 feet. All right, I'm gonna throw the F3 here, and I think the tee pad is somewhere right around this grate. So let's see what we can do here. All right, I'm being told it's further up. Is it between the pole and this tree? Okay. Alrighty, so it looks like I have been told. Luckily the TD is right across from me, finishing up on the hole I started on, it looks like. Or no, they finished on the hole before the one I started on. So let's see what the distance is here. 188. Okay, much closer. Much closer shot. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna throw the Chariot here. I think I can get the Chariot there. Nope. Dang it. That's fine. It's just not what I wanted. Did I range that right? Because that seemed like a lot further than. Let's try the M5. There we go. All right, M5 was much better. Let's see where this Chariot. Chariot ended up. It was just a bad throw out of my hand. As soon as I let it go, I knew exactly that it was bad. Yeah. Well, looking at the picture, I thought it was straight across from 10's pad. Let's see. Oh, this is? Okay. Gotcha. All right, so that tells me don't even try to throw the Chariot, just throw the M5. Yeah, the first one with the Chariot, I didn't throw it good, and I didn't get any power on it. So I said, well, if I throw the M5, if I don't have to put, yeah. So I said, if I just throw something flippy, I don't have to worry about it. All right, let's see here. All right, so 17 bead. It's another par. Well, we'll call it a bogey just because I'll say I re-teed. Because they're telling me that the first shot would have technically been out of bounds. You know, the lines aren't out here yet. So I'll just take the second one as a re-tee. So that was a bogey. Let's see here. Hole 18. Sorry about that. I saw a scam email come through. Let's see. Hole 18 is going to be white pad. All right. Standard hole, white pad. This might be Rogue or maybe the Sail. We'll see. Let's see here. Hey. All right. Oh, so close. I was hoping the sail would be enough to get up and move right to get around those branches, but unfortunately it was not. But hit my approach shot and move on, right? Take the par. Where did I kick to? Oh, I got a good forward kick. That's nice. All right, let's see here. PX3. The approach shot here. Now sit. Perfect. That is fine. Get it down that little culvert. And it's just a little uphill putt. Should not have any issues with that. I hope. Looks like I went a little long. A little bit longer than I wanted. I want to try the staggered push putt. I think I get a little more power with this. Bring it down. There we go. I like that. Another par saved. That was a little bit further of a putt than I thought from where I threw it. Alrighty. Get back over here to hole one. Now we'll start the front of the course. I think maybe F3 here or Pipeline, one of the two. I'll throw the F3. We'll see about that. Well, my pants are certainly warm from this hand warmer being in here for so long. You mind if I go ahead and throw? Thank you. Alrighty. Let's try to get this straight at the basket. It's not gonna turn. It tried. Wasn't enough. Thank you. Alrighty. Should be another easy par. And they don't have the temporary basket out here for hole 2. So I'll just have to play the regular layout. Which I'll do hole 2, and then I'll go up and play the hole 3 temporary since it goes to fours basket. I'm sorry, still goes to threes basket. There we go. Easy par, easy par. Nothing to it. So I believe hole 2, I'll check the card, but I believe there'd be a temporary hole set up in the grass over here across the street. Let's see here. All right, let's check this here. Hole 2. Oh no, white pad, double manda, so it is normal. Okay, never mind. It is the regular white pad. White pad with the double mando, which usually means just throw it down the middle and you'll make it. Probably through the PA5 here. This is the signature hole of the course, hole number 2, which makes sense that they would keep it in because it is a signature hole. But as you can see, it is the straightest tunnel shot. It's just like that hole at USDGC. Is that where they have one similar, but this one's more wooded. I think that one's just one line of trees and then open fields, I believe. Let's see here. The double mando is usually just down, halfway down there's a green paint line there. I believe that's where the mando is. Normally. I missed it. Missed the mando. So that means I gotta go play from the drop zone, which should be right at the green paint. I do believe that is how it works. And if it doesn't, then I played it wrong. And I'll add 15 points to my final score. Yeah. How far did I kick left? I didn't watch where I kicked. Oh, I see it. I'm over there out of bounds anyway, I think. I think if you're in the grass at all, it's OB, but. Alrighty. This should be the drop zone right here at this green paint. So I'm actually gonna throw a forehand. A3 forehand. Saw that coming. Here, grab my disc. Yeah, I'm almost, but still in the tall grass. I don't know if that's technically in bounds or out of bounds. I need to look at the thing, but either way, I missed the mando. Let's see here, what's it say? It doesn't say. It just says mando down the center, no OB. All right. So I still played it correctly, and then I missed the mando. And had to go from the drop zone. So I got this to save par. Let's try that stagger again. The stagger push. Ooh, I like that. That was nice. All right, let's see. Now I gotta go up to the temporary pad, which should be up this hill. This is a wild shot. I'm trying to remember where we I think it was right here. Yeah, I think this crack right here, I believe, is where we teed from last time. All right, so this is a big hyzer skip shot, basically. It's short, it goes straight down that hill and to the left. So bring the camera back here. I'm gonna throw the Quake, DGA Quake. Wait for this car to go by just in case something ridiculous happens. That should be it. Oh, I think I hit a tree. But that was looking good. That was about perfect. I mean, this hole, it's a cool hole in that it's reachable by just about anybody. It's not that long of a hole. You just really have to get it down here so it'll flare, skip off this road, and then it's just 100% luck at that point. So it's kind of one of those shots where it gives everybody an opportunity. Yeah, I hit that tree. Because once you get here, it's just luck at this point, which is fine. You know, it's one of those things, nothing wrong with it. It's just a temporary hole that kind of gives everybody an opportunity. Just throw it and listen. Close your eyes and hope. Very steep hill. Oh, that was close. That was close. All right. That was a par. Another par. I'm not having too many. Well, I'm having a lot of birdie opportunities. They're just very long. They're not easy birdies. I've had plenty of opportunity. I've capitalized on a few of them. And I've not capitalized on even more. All right, so I believe this one goes down here by this bench. The hole 4 is temporary pad. I'm starting to feel it for sure. It's definitely warming up. I got lots of thermal on. I'm starting to feel it. I'm tired. All right. I do believe it's right here, past this bench. Let's look at the scorecard. Temp tee, normal basket. OB of the ball fields, not the short grass. All right, look at the picture, see if I'm near it. Hole 4. Yeah, looks like it's right here. All right, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. I'm gonna take the sail and I'm just gonna throw it out there somewhere towards the middle. My glasses are fogging up now. Clean my glasses here. That's how you know it's warming up. All right. Oh, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice. Perfect. Perfect shot. I kind of feel like this should be the, well, I get it though. I was gonna say, I feel like that should be the regular pad, and the way you regularly play this hole. But I also know that, like I was saying earlier, if it's spring, fall, you know, they've got baseball games out here. They got people just hanging out in this short grass, kind of doing their own thing, oblivious to the disc golf going on around them. The number of times I've seen little kids, I'm talking about like 4 or 5 year olds, like just running in the middle of the fairway out here. You know, because little kids, they can get away from their parents. The parents don't realize they just ran over into, you know, essentially danger zone. And, you know, you got to really pay attention out here. So I kind of get it why they don't make this the normal hole, because usually you're up there and all this short stuff is out of bounds. They want you to stay in the long grass, and they make it super narrow to, you know, for safety reasons, but it does make it where you have to really kind of, you can't really play for birdie, especially if you're like an MA3 player that doesn't have a lot of distance. You're kind of just jump putt, jump putt, jump putt type deal. But in this tournament, you can do whatever you want, because there's nothing going on this time of year out here. I'm gonna take the pipeline and try to throw it straight at the basket. I almost had that nose down. That was almost perfect. But that's my game, you know, I play the game of almost. I don't play disc golf, I play almost disc golf. I come out here and throw frisbees and try to throw them in a basket. I don't come out here and throw discs, put them nose down, and watch them soar through the sky. You know, like a pizza pie. That would be amore. This is just, me getting out having exercise. Putting it on YouTube for people to watch. All right, I got a birdie chance here. I did it once today on 15. Can I throw another one in? From this distance, it's spin putts. All day long, this distance, spin putt. Get left, get left, get left, get left, get left. Oh, that was close. That was close. Like I say, I play a game of almost disc golf. But that should be an easy par for most players. It'll be an easy birdie for anyone probably anyone MA2 and up. That's going to be a birdie all day long for for us MA3, MA4 players. Easy par. Good birdie, easy par. For those guys, we're looking at probably great eagles, easy birdies. I played in MA2 for a little while, just because, you know, when you read the guide, the PDGA guide about choosing your division and stuff, I don't think it really goes that much into detail about rating as much as it does about, can you throw different types of shots? You know, do you have the knowledge to know when to throw a certain type of shot, which I do. I can throw just about any shot out there. I mean, overhand, sidearms, backhands, antes, hyzers, I can throw it. I know how to throw them. You know, I'm just not amazing at any of them. I can throw them all okay, which is why I'm in MA3. Because I don't throw any of them greatly. I don't have any shot that's like, oh my God, you see that guy throw that? He's the best at that. Which is why I try to target par golf. Anyway, you know, when I go out to a course, it's like, I'm just trying to shoot par. That's just my personal goal. I don't care if it's a pitch and putt course. If I can go par or better, I'm happy. I just try not to go over par. Which is why playing courses like the Regulator, great course, incredible course. Absolutely come out and play the Regulator. Oh, did I go too far? Let me check where hole 5 is. 5 blue. Okay, 5 blue, and then I go to the, well, there is no temp hole, so I have to skip that one. But 5 blue here, they don't have the temp hole up yet because they need a basket for that. All right, my glasses are foggy again. Whew. Whew. Let these glasses, because I forgot my towel, I just got to let them naturally dissipate. All right. So, for this one, I'm going to throw the Rogue. There we go. Got it. Was nose up, but I'm in the middle of the fairway. And from that pad, is all I'm focused on. I'm not trying to get anywhere near the basket because I can't throw that far. I want to say 325, 330, something like that. I just try to get it up into this tree, and then I could toss it up at the basket and go about my business. Move on to hole 6. Although 5B, I believe we tee off up at the walking path, and the basket's up. If you can see that scoreboard, kind of between the two light poles, the basket's just behind that scoreboard, probably about 50 feet or so. I want to say it plays like 270, something like that, 280, if I remember correctly. But you'll tee off from the walking path. That's OB for this hole, for hole 5. All right, I'm gonna take PX3 and just throw it up by the basket, hopefully. Close enough to get an easy tap in for par. Throw it at the tree and let it fade back. There we go. Skip up. Perfect. That should be inside 10 feet. I count those as wins on a course when I tell myself this is what you do. Take the disc, throw it at that target, let it, either go left or right, finish, and finish at this point. And if I do that, it doesn't matter what I do for the rest of the round. To me, that was a great hole. I played it the way I told myself to play it. Even if I miss this putt, I still played it the way I wanted to play it. It was just a bad putt. So I can't be upset with myself. Get it right above the basket. Perfect. That seems to be working pretty good. I like that. I like that. Take it, get it vertical, like this. Get it above the band of the basket. That's where the release point you want your hand to move to. Bring it down, up. It'll release, and then finish with your hand wherever it was, just above the basket. I feel like that kind of gives you a point to aim for, or where you want your hand to go to, and that's usually a good spot for your release point, or not your release point, but your finish point. That should give you enough power to get the disc to the basket. All right. All right. Let's see, I believe hole 6 is going to be from the blue pad. Let's see here. Hole 6, white pad. Oop. I'm in the wrong position. All right. They're giving us a little reprieve here. So we move to the white pad. Much shorter hole. I have parked it with a PA5 before, so I'm going to try that again here. Some people will try to go high and right. They try to go high and right above those trees. Let it crash in. I like to throw it directly at that big tree in the middle, the big oak tree, and with the PA5, and hopefully have that -2 turn, bring it back to the basket. So let's see what we can do here. Get low. Yes. Okay. That was good. The branch pushed it down just a little bit, but that was a good shot. Now, let me try. I want to try the high shot. I'm going to go pipeline. I'm going to try to go high and right. See what happens. I don't do these shots often, so I'm not expecting a lot. Nope. Yep, right into the tree. All right. I think the PA5 is the right choice. I think on this hole the PA5 is the play. Throw it at that tree, let it turn back towards the basket and just kind of fall in a little bit short and right to the basket. It gives me a birdie putt every time, assuming I don't overturn it. I mean, I guess I could throw it as a roller and see where it ends up. Kind of throw it at a roller at that left tree instead of the center tree. That might work. I could maybe throw the F9 on that roller line. Just gonna pick up my pipeline here, which wasn't a bad shot. You know, it's still it's a birdie opportunity. It's low probability birdie, but a birdie nonetheless. All right, now where is that? Oh, look at that. A little bit closer than I thought. Very cool, very cool. This is what, about probably 20 feet. Let's see if that's a good guess. Oh, no, I'm 30 feet. I'm just inside the circle. All right. just above the band. Get it, get it, yes! I believe that gets us to 1 under, I think. I've already forgotten my score, but my score wasn't the main reason I came out here. I just wanted to come out, film the course, have some fun, get another video up. White pad, Mando left of tree. Ooh, ooh. Alrighty. This is gonna be something. This course is a bomber course, by the way. Like, if you're looking for a course you can come out to and just let them rip, this is it. Also, Cedar Rock Open course is one of those. Just let them rip courses. Just wide open, not much to worry about. This course really only has one hole, that's hole 2, with any kind of realistic tree issues. Alrighty, I'm gonna throw because I gotta make a left of that tree. I don't want to throw the sail. What do you think? Rogue? I think maybe if I throw the rogue at the tree, it'll finish left enough. Maybe I can get around it on the second shot, hopefully. Alright, let's try that. There we go. I'll sit. Alright. Hopefully that's got me deep enough to where I'll be able to get around it on the second shot, or I might just have to do a layup because we're having to go left of that tree. Usually this wide open, most people just bomb it down the right side. Big flip over Annie, or turn over Annie. So they get it up in the air, let it fall right, and then come back left at the end. And just bomb it up there. Or throw a huge forehand. But with these tournament rules, they're not letting you do that. They're saying you got to get out here and play this hole smart. Throw it left of this tree, which I did. Alrighty, but I am a little pinched off because of the low overhang. I can't get a lot of height on this. I don't really want to throw the forehand. I don't know if I have a choice, but I'm going to throw the F1 and I'm going to try to keep it low. And I know it's not going to flare, but I'm just going to try to throw it as hard as I can, low, and see if I can just get at least halfway up the hill is my goal. There we go. Give me a little flare. Come on. Oh, this grass is awful. It's so thick. When I say the grass is awful, I'm not saying the grass is awful. I'm saying it's awful if you want to skip. If you're trying to get a disc to skip, the grass is awful. All right, I'm gonna take my glove off my left hand because it is hot. It has gotten very hot out here. Relatively speaking, because I'm wearing base layers, top and bottom base layers, and I have a top layer. What would you call that? Another thermal layer between the base layer and my normal shirt. Or no, I'm sorry. There's a normal shirt between the base layer and my top thermal layer. So I am burning up right now. When I first got here, I was like, it's gonna be kind of chilly. I am absolutely sweating profusely right now. This is much different than what I thought it would be. Alrighty, easy par, easy par. Take my PX3. Really like this disc. This is a great approach putter. It's overstable putter, 340 2.5. Great overstable disc. It's kind of like the way that I would recommend this disc, or what I would say about it. It's like an A3 if you want a putter rim. If you want a nice deep putter rim to approach with versus the A3, which is a shallow, it's more of a shallow rim. Go with the PX3 if you want that feeling in your hand. The A3 is more like a zone feel, a little bit different than a zone. It definitely, it's not the same as a zone, but it's more similar than it is to the PX3. Just depends on what you're wanting to do. A3 is a great disc for forehands, absolutely. It's a good backhand disc too, but if you want something that's got a different feel, a deeper kind of, what would you call it? Like a bucket top feel, where the distance between here and here is not as much. Go with the PX3. It's flatter, it's not as round, I guess is what I should say. Just throw it out to the right, let it fade back into the basket. Get in the basket, get in. Woo! I thought it was gonna dive further, harder left, but I'll let it go, which is why I was saying get in, but it is very close to the basket. But it's not that get in, or as get in as I thought. When I first let go, I was like, that is gonna be in the basket. But it went straighter than I thought. I thought it would spike back into the basket more. But it'll be easy par. Easy par. But I would say that's definitely the type of shot that disc is for. Kind of that spike down shot, where the A3, I believe, would be more like the flat shot that you're trying to get to glide into the basket versus spike down into it. I had to tell myself in my head, no, go through the normal routine. Don't change your routine just because you're close to the basket. Stick with your routine. All right. Hole 8, temporary hole. Hole 8, short tee. Oh, okay, so hole 8, short tee to the 10 basket on the manhole. So that basket's not in place. So I'm just gonna play the normal hole 8 short pad because they don't have the tent basket up. It would be nice if they got a sidewalk right through here. You know, I know most disc golfers are probably carrying their bags, so they're gonna walk in the grass on the right side. But you know, when you've got a cart and you don't have to push it through the grass, you're gonna get over here and push it in the road, which is a little bit of a safety hazard, but it's you know, it's one of those safety issues that I'm doing to myself. They're not telling me you have to walk in the road. I'm doing it because it's easier on me. Plus the park is not busy right now, but if it was 6 o'clock on a Tuesday night in the middle of fall, I would not be doing this. The sheer number of vehicles coming through here, it's crazy. Like you've seen all the parking lots up here that I've been walking past. Like these are just all full. It is wild how many people get out here to this park when there's youth sports going on. I mean, thousands of people. Every parking lot out here is just full. Alrighty, last hole. So I believe this one will play as a par 4 in the tournament, and it goes much further than the normal basket, but they don't have it out. So I'm just going to throw. I think I'm going to throw the Rogue. Yeah, we'll go Rogue. And it's nice and muddy right here, so I'm not going to have much to push off of. There we go. We got it out. It's through the gap. That's all that matters. It is through the gap. All right. Now let's push on up here and see if we can get it close for the birdie. This is a par 4. It's a soft 4, but you really got to get that second shot. That tee shot is tough. This is the second shot you really got to get. All right, let's see here. Good, about y'all? Got an orange one right up here. All right. Let's see. 212. Last hole of the day. Let's see. Oh, it's fine. I can't quite get that to turn yet. Chariot. Yeah. It's like a second throw, third throw with it. Yeah. It's just not quite turning yet. So, what? Yeah, no, that's eye blend. Yeah. So once it gets beat in a little bit, it should start to flip. Yeah. You have a good one. Let's see if we can finish out with a birdie here. Alrighty. Can I get to 2 under? Whew. And let's see, so that's going to do it for Springwood Park, playing the SPC Open layout. So it's a awesome course. You know, it's fun to come out and play. But like I was saying, just don't do it in the spring, fall, during the weekend. You'll have a rough time. Any other time of the year or the week, it is wide open. Come play, you won't have much problem. Hey. So, it's a fun course. I definitely recommend it if you just want to get out and play and you want a course you can come throw at and you're not worried about, am I going to hit 40, 50 trees out here? It's just going to be coming out to throw discs, you know. Throw discs and see if I can make them do what I want them to do, make them fly the way I want them to fly. And this is a course that'll let you do that on pretty much 99% of the holes.